Hi guys, welcome to the EasyTech. Today we'll go through the React interview questions and answers. First question is, what is React? React is an open source front-end JavaScript library which is used for building user interface, especially for single page applications. It is used for handling view layer for web and mobile apps. React was created by Jordan Walk, a software engineer working for Facebook. React was first deployed on Facebook news feed in 2011 and on Instagram in 2012. Question number 2. What are the major features of React? The major features of React are: first one, it uses virtual DOM instead of real DOM. Considering that real DOM manipulation are expensive, supports server rendering, follows unidirectional data flow or data binding, uses reusable composable UI components to develop the view. Question number 3. What is JSX? Answer: JSX is a XML-like syntax extension to ECMAS script. The acronym stands for JavaScript XML. Basically, it just provides synthetic sugar for the React create element function, giving us a expressiveness of a JavaScript along with the HTML like a template syntax. In the example below, text inside h1 tag is written as a JavaScript function to the render function. Class app extends the React.component render return div h1 welcome to the React world and the closing bracket of h1 and div. Question number 4. What are the difference between the component and element? React component, a class or a function which optionally accept inputs and return a React element via JSX. React element, it describes what the users want to be displayed on the screen. Simplifying it, the React element is an object representation for the same UI. Question number 5. How to create a component in React? Answer: there are two possible ways to create a component. First one is the function components. This is the simplest way to create a component. Those are a pure JavaScript function that accept a props object as a first parameter and return React elements. Function getting message return h1 hello message h1. Second one, it is class component. You can also use ES6 class to define a component. The above function component can be written as class greeting extend React component render return h1 hello $this.props.message closing bracket of h1. Question number 6. When to use the class component over a function component? Answer: if the component needs state or lifecycle methods, then use a class component, otherwise use function component. However, from React 16.8 with the addition of hooks, you could use the state, lifecycle methods and other features that were only available in a class component right in your function component. Question number 7. What are the pure components? Answer: React.pure component is exactly same as a React component except that it handles the should component update method for you. When props or state changes, pure component will do a shallow comparison on both props and state. Component on the other hand won't compare current props and state to the next out of the box. Thus the component will re-render by default whenever should component update is called. Question number 8. What is the state in React? State of a component is an object that holds some information that may change over the lifetime of the component. We should always try to make our state as simple as possible and minimize the number of stateful components. Second point, state is similar to props, but it is private and fully controlled by the component. That is, it is not accessible to any other component till the owner component decides to pass it. Question number 9. What is the difference between the state and props? Both props and state are plain JavaScript objects. While both of them hold information that influences the output of a render, they are different in their functionality with respect to a component. Props get passed to the component similar to function parameters, whereas the state is managed within the component similar to the variables declared within the function. Question number 10. Why should we not update the state directly? Answer. If you try to update the state directly, then it won't re-render the component. Wrong. This dot state message is equal to hello world. Instead of use the set state method, it schedules an update to a component state object. When state changes, the component responds by a re-rendering. Correct. This dot set state message is hello world. Note. You can directly assign to the state object either in a constructor or using a latest JavaScript class defined class field declaration syntax. Question number 11. What is the purpose of callback function as an argument of set state? The callback function is involved when the set state finished and component gets rendered. Since set state is asynchronous, the callback function is used for any post action. Note, it is recommended to use lifecycle method rather than this callback function. Set state name John console.log. The name has updated and component re-rendered. Question number 12. What are the synthetic events in React? Synthetic event is a cross-browser wrapper around the browser native event. It's an API is same as a browser native event, including a stop propagation and the prevent default, except the events work identically across all the browser. Question number 13. What is the use of refs? The ref is used to return a reference to that element. They should be avoided in most of cases. However, they can be useful when you need a direct access to the DOM element or an instance of a component. Question number 14. What is a virtual DOM? Answer. The virtual DOM is a memory representation of a real DOM. The representation of a UI is kept in memory and synced with the real DOM. It's a step that happens between the render function being called and the displaying of elements on the screen. This entire process is called the reconciliation. Question number 15. What is the difference between the shadow DOM and virtual DOM? Answer. The shadow DOM is a browser technology designed primarily for scoping variable and CSS in a web component. The virtual DOM is a concept implemented by libraries in JavaScript on top of the browser APIs. Question number 16. What is React Fiber? Answer. Fiber is a new reconciliation engine or a re-implementation of core algorithm in React v16. The goal of React Fiber is to increase its suitability for areas like animation, layout, gesture, ability to pause, abort or reuse, work and assign priority to different types of updates and new concurrency primitives. Question number 17. What is main goal of React Fiber? Answer. The goal of React Fiber is to increase its suitability for areas like animation, layout and gestures. Its headlines feature is incremental rendering, the ability to split rendering work into chunks and spread it out over multiple frames from a documentation. Its main goals are: first, ability to split interruptively works in chunks, ability to prioritize, rebase and reuse the work in progress, ability to yield back and forth between parents and children to support a layout in React, ability to return multiple elements from the render, better support for error boundaries. Question number 18. What are the control components? Answer. A components that control the input element within the forms on subsequent user's input is called a control component. That is, every state mutation will have an associated handler function. For example, to write all the names in uppercase letter, we use handle changes as below. Handle change in bracket event curly braces this dot set state method. Inside the method value colon event dot target dot value dot two uppercases close the curly braces. Question number 19. What are the uncontrolled components? Answer. The uncontrolled components are the ones that store their own state internally and you query the DOM using a reference to find its current value when you need it. This is a bit more like a traditional HTML. Question number 20. What is the difference between the create element and clone element? Answer. JSX elements will be transpiled to React.create element function to create a React elements which are going to be used for the object representation of UI, whereas the clone elements is the used to clone an element and pass it to the new props. Question number 20. What are the lifecycle methods of React? Answer. First method is get derived state from the props. Invoked writes before calling a render method and it invoked on every render. This exists for a rare use case where you need derived state. Second method, component did mount, executed after first rendering and where all Ajax request, DOM or state update and setup event listen should occur. Should component update method determines if the component will be updated or not. By default it returns true. If you are sure that component doesn't need to render after a state or props are updated, you can return a false value. It is a great place to improve performance as it follows you to prevent a re-render if component receives a new props. Fourth method, get snapshot before update. Executed writes before a render output is committed to the DOM. Any value returned by this will be passed into a component did update method. This is useful to capture the information from the DOM, that is scroll position. Fifth, component did update method. Mostly it is used to update the DOM response to a prop or state changes. This will not fire if should component update returns false. Last method, component will unmount. It will be used to cancel any outgoing network request or remove all the event listeners associated with the component. Question number 22. What are higher order components? A higher order component is a function that takes a component and returns a new component. Basically, it's a pattern that is derived from a React compositional nature. We call them pure components because they can accept any dynamically provided child component, but they won't modify or copy any behavior from their input components. Constant enhanced component is equal to higher order components in bracket wrapped components. Higher order components can be used for many use cases: code reuse, logic and bootstrap abstraction, render hijacking, state abstraction and manipulation, props manipulation. Question number 23. What is context? Context provides a way to pass data through the component tree without having to pass props down manually at every level. For example, authenticated user locally preference UI theme need to be assessed in an application by many components. Constants provider, consumer is equal to react.create context in bracket default value. Question number 24. Why React use class name over a class attribute? Class is a keyword in JavaScript and JSX is an extension of JavaScript. That's the principal reason why React uses class name instead of class. Pass a string as a class name prop renders. In curly bracket return span class name is equal to menu navigation hyphen menu close curly bracket menu in curly bracket close the span bracket. Question number 25. What are the fragments? Answer. It's a common pattern in React which is used for a component to return a multiple elements. Fragments lets you group a list of children without adding extra nodes to a DOM. Example, render in bracket return react.fragment child A, child B, child C and react.fragment. There is also so shorter syntax but is not supported in many tools. Renders return child A, child B, child C. Question number 26. Why fragments are better than container divs? Below are the list of reasons. Fragments are a bit faster and use less memory by not creating an extra DOM node. This only has a real benefit on a very large and deep trees. Some CSS mechanisms like a flexbox and CSS grid have a special parent-child relationship, and adding divs in the middle makes it hard to keep the desired layout. The DOM inspector is less cluttered. Question number 27. What are the portals in a React? Answer. Portal is a recommended way to render children into a DOM node that exists outside the DOM hierarchy of the parent component. React DOM.create portal in bracket child comma container. The first argument is any renderable React child such an element, string or fragment. The second argument is a DOM element. Question number 28. What are the stateless component? If the behavior is independent of its state, then it can be a stateless component. You can use either a function or a class for creating a stateless component, but unless you need to use a lifecycle hook in your components, you should go for a function components. There are lots of benefits if you decide to use the function components here. They are easy to write, understand and test little faster. You can avoid this keyword together. Question number 29. What are the stateful components? If the behavior of the component is dependent on the state of the component, then it can be termed as a stateful component. The stateful component are a always class component and have a state that gets initialized in a constructor. Hooks let you use state and other React features without writing a classes. The equivalent functional component import React, use state from a React. Constant app is equal to props, const count, comma set count is equal to use state in bracket O return JSX. Question number 30. How to apply validation on props in React? When the application is running in development mode, React will automatically check all the props that we set on components to make sure they have correct types. If the type is incorrect, React will generate warning message in a console. It's disabled in production mode. Due to performance impact, the mandatory props are defined with is required. The set of predefined props types are prop types.number, prop type.string, prop types.array, prop types.object, prop type.function, prop type.node, prop type.element, prop type.bool, prop type.symbol, prop type.any. Question number 31. What are the advantages of React? Below are the list of main advantages of React. First one, increases the application performance with the virtual DOM. Second one, JSX makes code easy to read and write. Third one, it renders both on client and server side. Fourth one, easy to integrate with the framework like Angular, Backbone, since it is only a Vue library. Fifth one, easy to write unit and integration test with the tools such as the Jest. Question number 32. What are the limitations of React? Apart from the advantage, there are a few limitations React to. React is just a Vue library, not a full framework. There is a learning curve for beginners who are a new web development. Third one, integrating React into a traditional MVC framework requires some additional configuration. Fourth one, the code complexity increases with the inline templating and JS. Last one, too many smaller components leading to over engineering or boilerplate. Question number 30D. What is the use of React DOM packages? The React DOM package provides DOM specific methods that can be used at top levels of your app. Most of the components are not required to use this module. Some of the methods of these packages are render, hydrate, unmount component at node, find to mn node, create a portal. Question number 34. What is the purpose of render method of React DOM? The method is used to render a React element into the DOM in a supplied container and return a reference to the components. If the React element was previously rendered into a container, it will perform an update on it and only mutate the DOM as necessary to reflect the latest changes. Second point, React DOM.render element, container, callback. If the optional callback is provided, it will be executed after the component is rendered or updated. Question number 35. What is lifecycle methods ordered in mounting? The lifecycle methods are called in all the following order when an instance of a component is being created and inserted into a DOM. First one, constructor. Second one, static get derived state from props. Third one, render. Fourth one, component did mount. Question number 36. What are the lifecycle methods going to be depreciated in React version 16? The following lifecycle methods going to be unsafe coding practices and will be more problematic with async rendering. First one, component will mount. Second one, component will receive props. Third one, component will update. Fourth one, starting with React 16.3, these methods are aliased with the unsaved underscore prefix and the unprefixed version will be removed in React version 17. Question number 37. Is it possible to use React without rendering HTML? Answer, it is possible. Latest version greater than 16.2. Below are the possible options: render return false, render return null, render return array, render return react.fragment, render return blank, returning undefined owned work. Why is a component constructor called only once? React reconciliation algorithm assumes that without any information to the contrary, if a custom component appears in the same place on a subsequent renders, it's the same component as before, so reuses the previous instance rather than creating new one. Question number 39. How to define constants in React? You can use ES7 static field to define a constant. For example, class myComponent extend the react.component static default underscore pagination is equal to 10. Question number 40. What are the popular packages for animation? React Transition Group and React Motions are the popular animation packages in React ecosystem. Question number 41. What is React Router? Answer, React Router is a powerful routing library built on top of React that helps you add a new screen and flows to your application incredibly quickly, and all while keeping the URL in sync with what's being displayed on the page. Question number 42. What is the purpose of the React Test Utils package? Answer, React Test Utils are provided in the with add-on package and allow you to perform action against a simulated DOM for the purpose of unit testing. Question number 43. What is Flux? Flux is an application design paradigm used as a replacement for a more traditional MVC pattern. It is not a framework or library, but a new kind of architecture that complements React and the component of a unidirectional data flow Facebook uses this pattern internally when working with React. Question number 44. What is Redux? Redux is a predictable state container for JavaScript apps based on Flux design pattern. Redux can be used together with the React or with any other Vue libraries. It is a tiny and has no dependencies. Question number 45. What are the core principles of Redux? Redux follows the three fundamental principles. Single source of truth. The state of your whole application is stored in an object tree with a single store. The single state tree makes it easier to keep track of changes over time and debug or respect in the application. Second, state is read only. The only way to change the state is to emit an action, an object describing what happened. This ensures that neither the views nor the network callbacks will never write directly to the state. Third, changes are made with the pure function. To specify how the state tree is transformed by the actions, you write reducers. Reducers are just pure functions that take the previous state and an action as a parameters and return the next state. Question number 46. What is the difference between the React context and React Redux? Answer. You can use the context in your application directly and it's going to be great for passing down data to deeply nested component which what it was designed for. Whereas the Redux is a much more powerful and provides a large number of features that the context API doesn't provide. Also, React Redux use context internally, but it doesn't expose this fact in the public API. Question number 47. How to structure Redux top level directories? Most of the application has several top level directories as below. First, component, used for the dumb components unaware of Redux. Second, container, used for the smart component connected to the Redux. Third, actions, used for all action creators where the file names correspond to the part of the app. Fourth one, reducers, used for all the reducers where the file names correspond to the state key. Fifth one, store, used for the store initialization. This structure works well for small and medium size of apps. Question number 48. What is Redux Saga? Redux Saga is a library that aims to make side effects asynchronous things like data fetching and impure things like accessing the browser cache in React Redux application easier and better. It is available in npm. So $npm install -save redux-saga. Question number 49. What is Redux Thunk? Redux Thunk middleware allows you to write action creators and return a function instead of an action. The thunk can be used to delay the dispatch of an action or to dispatch only if a certain condition is met. The inner function receives the store method's dispatch and gets state as a parameter. Question number 15. What is render hijacking in React? Answer. The concept of render hijacking is the ability to control what a component will output from another component. It actually means that you decorate your component by wrapping it into a higher order of component. By wrapping, you can inject additional props or make other changes which can cause changing logic of rendering. It does not actually enable hijacking, but by using a higher order component, you can make the component behave in a different way. Thank you.